So I'm here tonight with Mr. Get It Off His Chest himself, and we're gonna have some late night combos. And there's some things I want to get off my chest, and as well as Earl.
I'm with you.
ETP.
I'm with you.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
What you asking me though?
We're gonna get to know you. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions that you'll let some other people know. Who is Earl? Who are you, Earl?
I'm with you. What's up?
Who are you? If you had 3 words to define who E. Rich.
Big-hearted.
What big-hearted? What that mean?
I mean, big-hearted. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love everybody. Like, I don't have no.
A godly love? A natural love? That's the type of love you use.
I'm gonna say natural love. I'm gonna say natural love right now. I'm gonna say natural love from when you say like, who am I? Like, you know what I'm saying? Natural love from the whole point of the start of me.
Were you always with that mindset that you love everybody, or it took growth as your older self versus the younger Earl?
Oh no, like
You always express love to everybody.
no, I ain't no front. Like, you know what I'm saying? My parents always told me, man, my mom, my dad always told me like, yo, man, don't ever feel like what you have or what you got going on that you're doing better or more than anybody. Like, always be humble. Like, man, this is from I'm just gonna go back to high school, man. Like, really put me on that and told me that. So I just stuck with that. Like, what I do, I ain't doing no more, or I'm not being no better than anybody. Just to be real.
Okay. So it's basically embedded in you from your parents.
Yeah, my
That's
parents.
how you was raised.
Yeah, I was raised with the whole point of like, yo, you not doing nothing. Like, you. That's why for me, like, I stand on my neck. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing no good. I'm not doing like.
So can a person cause you to stop expressing the love that you give that's naturally in your DNA?
Can someone stop me?
Yeah, like, you know what? I don't love that person. I can't deal with that person, or I'm just not going. You gonna love them from a distance, or you just gonna be like, yo?
Oh yeah, I'm always loving. Like, at the end of the day, for me, man, like, no matter who it is, what it is, man, like, I'm gonna love you because.
Do you feel comfortable expressing those words? Like, yo?
Nah.
Why?
Like, if you know me, you know me. Like,
But what if a person doesn't know you?
they know me. They gon' listen. They gonna know me.
So,
Alright.
if a person knows you, they know it's understood. It don't have to be verbally said.
Right. No matter we talk every day, no matter we talk once a month.
Do you think that make a difference in a person's life? Like,
Yeah.
you don't never verbally say it?
I feel like if you rocking with me, if you know me, then therefore you understand where I'm coming from. Like, yo, I got a lot of stuff going on life-wise, like everybody do. So therefore, like, I can't reach out every day and tell you I love you, but I wish I could. I wish I could tell everybody that I know that I rock with, and they know that I rock with them, that I love them, but I can't. But I feel like they know it.
Okay, I get that. Now, I'm not saying every day, but would you, let's just say y'all here,
Right.
are you the type of person that verbally express, like?
Nah, I never tell you I love you.
So it's more understood.
They understand.
You have it. It's a known.
They know it. I'm gonna show. Well, yeah, I'm gonna show it. They gonna know
It's
it.
displayed. Well, I think that's
I'm
good
displayed,
because it's
you're
gotta
right.
be your action speaks louder than your words. Because I can tell you I love you, but
Right.
my action doesn't display.
Right.
So
There's a lot of people that I love that don't even know I love them.
it's kind of a self. That I think when a person doesn't know or they reject it, like, yo, I love you, no, you don't. I think when a person come across like that, it's like they're dealing with some self issues.
I'm not gonna say that the people that I can say that I love don't know, they know it, but it just be the whole point. Like you said, like, you know what I'm saying, when you get to a point in time to where like you can express it or pull up on them or y'all can't be around each other. Some people feel like, oh, he didn't stop loving me, but for me, no matter what, like if we here, we here. Like we here. Like that's all I can say. We here. Like there's a lot of people that understand. Like we here.
So, I agree, and I think everybody's different. Everybody express how they love a person or how they communicate with a person. Some people communicate with people more effectively than others. So, are you when it comes to you as a person, getting to know Earl, how do you feel as you communicate with people? How is your communication skills with people when it comes to your friends, the people that's in your circle? Do you think you're at a point now that you can do better? It's just, it is who it is what it is, or where you at with your communication?
Where I'm at right now in my life, like yeah, like you want to take me for who I am. I ain't even gonna lie. Like
so from 1 to 5, when it comes to communication in your life right now,
right?
How important is it to you on both sides? Like, it's a difference. A person you can communicate with a person. Let's say, hey, a person calls, texts, send an email, and you take 3 days. But then on the flip side, when you're waiting, you call somebody, they don't answer, they take 3 days. How do you feel?
I'm good with it either way because I look at it like the
so
whole
communication is not important to you.
Like I said, if I'm rocking with you, if you locked in with me, I feel like we shouldn't have to worry about that. Like, because you know what I have going on. Like I have people in my life to where they know what I have going on. So therefore, if I don't hit them right back, they know like
it's understood.
Yeah, it's understood. Like yo, I know, bro, getting to the business or he handling whatever he had to handle. It's not like, what, he not hitting me back, and then for me, I'm not gonna come at them and say, what, he even, like, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, if I don't hit my people back, when I hit them up, they not being petty. They not doing that. They not like, oh, I'm not gonna hit them back up because they understand what I got going on. They understand where I'm trying to go at.
So when it comes to, you said the word petty. Do you feel like you're a petty person?
I'm a big petty.
Why?
Why not?
So, intentionally, like, let's say, like, if something happens, right?
Right.
And it underlines, it doesn't agree with you. So, you're going to be like, you're going to be the petty Earl today, or you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to give him grace. So, when it comes to that factor in your life, it depends on how you're feeling, what type of day you having, or this is naturally every day you're going to have a part of pettiness in you. It's in your DNA.
Oh, it's in my, like, I'm big petty. But I will say this though. It depends on the situation. Like, as long as it's not brought to me, I'm good.
So you match your energy.
Yeah.
Always.
Not always. Most of the time.
1 to 10. What's the scale?
6, 7.
7.
6 or 7.
So 6 to 7.
6 or 7, I'm matching energy. Facts.
Every day.
Every day. Because I mean, I've been a good guy for so long.
So when it comes to that, we're gonna compare the younger Earl versus the older Earl.
Right.
So I can speak on some things I've seen between like when I met you.
Right.
But how do you compare those two? The younger Earl and the present Earl. Like when it comes to the growth, when it comes to your spiritual life, all those factors. When it comes to you as a parent, a son, a child, like younger, you might have, whoop, 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 whoop. But now it's like, you know what, my whoop, whoop, whoop may
Man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, whew, that's
You changed, you grew. What caused it? What made you, say, you know what? I'm growing. And when you grow, you shed layers. Sometimes it causes you to lose people, places, and things, desires, passions.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like, like my mom and my daughter are the main things for me that changed a lot of stuff. But prior to that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, man, like, one of my partners, like one of my homeboys, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna get on names right now, but
no name dropping.
yeah, like one of my partners, man. Like he just came to me and talked to me and told me, like, yo, like this ain't you. Not that I was doing the wrong thing or doing the bad thing. It was just the whole point, like, yo, like, bro, let's get.
He was looking for the younger girl.
Nah, he was just.
He was correcting, like, yo, you need to shake this. This ain't you. Tighten up type of situation, or yo, why you don't do it like you used to do? You used to do this, you change it. Like, what type of talk was it?
It was just the whole point of, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what you have going on and what I know that the type of guy you are and your parents, what they stand on, basically what your parents stand on, what's up? And I was like, all right, cool. And I just transformed and it went from there. Like, after that, it was up.
It was an older friend or just like got the same age?
Same age, played ball together. Like, he was the reason why, like, man, I'm telling you, like, we ain't gotta talk names, no.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's seen, that's what, when you talk about circles,
right.
God always say iron sharpen iron. So he's seen, he was on the outside looking in, and he's like, yo, Earl.
He been seen it.
Your foundation.
He been seen it.
Like,
him and his bros, his brothers, his family, they been seen it. Like, they been seen the Earl that I am right now. I can't even count.
So ever since then, you was on gas. You was on go mode. You was going in this direction.
No, I ain't saying that now. It was like,
and you had your little.
It went from the conversation. He came to the crib. We talked. Then it was like, okay.
So it took some time.
I ain't gonna say some time.
I mean, none of us not perfect, because I can speak from experience that it's times in my life where I know the way, but I don't choose the way.
Exactly.
I don't, like you said, stand on what you're saying.
Right.
So sometimes I have to check myself, like, yo, take accountability, setting realistic expectations.
Right.
And when it comes to that, like, it is what it is.
Right.
Like we were just talking about communication. I can't expect you to communicate the way I communicate. If I do, can't get mad at you, I get mad at me. Because I'm putting my expectation, like, this is how I communicate. Why you don't answer the phone? Or why you took 3 weeks to send an email? That's just you.
Right.
Accept what it is. You see what it is. Let it go, because you can't control the uncontrollable.
Exactly.
So, with that being said,
so hold on, you asked me some questions. So do you get upset with a guy if you don't respond right back?
I'm not gonna say right back. It's a window.
What's the window?
It's a window. So now, if I know, all right, like you said, for example, you may know a person at work, or if it's greater than, I'm gonna say, I text a person, and it's about 8 hours later. Ain't no way. In this society, everybody is either phone in their hands. They either got 3, 4, 2. See, right now you got 2 phones.
I got 2 phones.
So it's no way in 8 hours. Let's just say this right.
All right.
Let's say someone texts you, right?
Right.
Cool.
If I got something going on, if I have something going on, these phones don't even really matter.
Okay.
Right.
So 8 hours.
And then I also have to go to work.
8 hours.
Okay.
So
I'm
I think this is what my phone does. I don't know, everybody's phone is different. When I get a text message, You got the ones where it comes up and says, you scroll down and it says, get a circle in the person's face or whatever you got to
Nah,
do.
mine just vibrate.
So they don't have no notification on your phone?
Nah, I don't have no
No pop-ups.
No pop-ups, no nothing.
So sometimes you just don't go to your messages. So you might don't know a person. So if you got a missed call, it doesn't pop up on there either?
I don't even worry about it.
In 8 hours. In 8 hours.
10, 12 hours, it don't matter.
So what if it's something important? Let's just say someone, let's say your mom texts you, your dad,
Mom text me. Okay.
and it's 8 hours later. You think that's cool? You think that's chill?
What I'm saying is, my phone's right.
Right there. Those your babies. Besides little E, them your babies. That's
Right.
next to you after your daughter.
Okay.
So do you ever? Let me ask you this: do you ever see it? And you're like, you know what?
Oh yeah.
But you can have 2 seconds to say,
yeah.
yo. But you know what you said? Communications. Out of 1 out of 5, what did you say?
Communication for me?
Yeah, you said it was a 2.
Like, I mean,
It doesn't. What does communication mean to you? Like, people don't have to effectively communicate with you. You like, you know what? Let's say you text your partner about, yo, you gonna meet me later.
yeah, but I'm not mad.
I
I'm
ain't
not
saying
mad.
mad.
I'm not mad though.
I ain't
I
saying
don't-
mad. I ain't saying
that's
mad.
what I'm
And listen, let's flip it. So if your partner like, yo, y'all supposed to meet at let's just say at the ballpark, right? You
Right.
text somebody 8 o'clock. You was like, yo, we gonna meet at the ballpark like 5 o'clock. You still showing up today? I need to know how to move. 4:48. You already there, right?
Right.
And he don't shows up. He don't show up. How you feeling?
I'm not mad. So that's the
I am
difference.
not saying mad.
Right.
I'm not saying
It
how
is what
does
it
it
is.
make you feel?
It's life.
So let me give you this one. Let's say like you own a gas station, right?
Right.
I'm supposed to be at the gas station at 8 o'clock
To do what?
to open up your gas station.
Okay.
And I'm like, you getting a call like, yo, it's supposed to open at 8:10.
Right.
You got people outside, people on road past, money getting lost.
Money get
right?
Right.
So then your partner say, yo, it's 9 o'clock. He never called, say whoop whoop whoop, he never communicated. Start opening at 9 o'clock. How would you feel about that communication?
Like I said.
You don't feel no type of way. You like,
No. What I'm saying is I'm gonna have to handle it how I gotta handle it.
well, how-
But I'm not. Listen,
I'm not one to say you mad. I say, how would you feel about it? I'm just giving you an example about communication when it
I'm
comes
cool. I'm cool on it.
to. Okay.
You know why? Because once you do it, it's over.
One time?
Yeah.
You don't forgive? Jesus forgave.
I mean,
Jesus
I'm
forgive us of
forgive you.
our sins.
I ain't gonna front.
One
I'm
time.
gonna
One
forgive you.
mistake.
Listen, I'm gonna forgive you. But what I'm saying is, it's over.
What if I say my phone was dead and I couldn't find my charger? I mean, you never in your life would say, yo,
I
I
respect
lost my
that.
phone.
I
had a rough day.
I will respect
My dog ran away.
I
You never give me
respect
you never give me a second chance?
that. Ain't no need.
You never received a second chance in life?
I ain't never asked for it.
What if it's you
And I'm
still
keeping it.
you still living. You don't have to be asked.
And I'm keeping the book. I have never asked anyone to give me a second chance.
Sometimes it's given. You don't have to ask for it.
What I'm saying is, I've never asked for it.
Sometimes it's given. You can sit there like, you know what, Earl? You know, you one of my best workers. Don't worry about that. I know you came in 5 minutes
I've
late.
never got that.
I just gave you an example.
I've never gotten that.
I didn't say you had. I'm just give you an example.
That's what I'm saying.
Or they say, you know what? I mean, you in Camden. You hitting it. Oh. You little Mike's son. You good. You hosted that, little Mike. I'm just giving you an example.
Who's getting that? Who's getting that grace?
You never got pulled over and say, yo.
Nah.
Well, it's gonna be a time when
Nah.
somebody's God give
I
us
know
second
better.
chances. Let
I'm
me
not-
ask you this.
Alright.
Second chances, right?
Okay.
Let's go spiritual. Somebody you said you never got a second chance, right?
Hold on. When you say second chance, what you mean by that?
It don't matter
Alright.
what it is. Spiritual, physical. You say you never asked for it. But we're giving grace.
Okay.
Right? How many times, this is a disclaimer, have we, I'm just speak for myself, did something we knew violation from the fifth power, made it home,
Oh,
no
yeah.
accident, so that wasn't a second chance.
That's a difference, though.
It's not a difference. It's grace. So in your heart, you just say, they done.
No. But not in a bad way, though.
How?
So what I'm saying
Oh, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is like, yo, not in a bad way. Like I'm not telling someone that done me wrong or we
Didn't communicate.
we didn't communicate or we bumped heads that you're done to me or I don't care about you, I don't love you no more, whatever. At the end of the day, like, yo, I got partners right now that I don't talk to, but I still love them.
But you know what you just told me?
What?
You said you will cut them off. Like,
Yeah,
they're done.
So
That's
listen,
what you said.
Listen. What I'm saying is you're done.
Meaning, defined.
No communication. No access. Like, and granted, I'm saying both. Listen, hold on. And respectfully, I'm saying both ways. I'm not sitting here putting myself on this saying like I'm cutting them off. I'm saying like, yo, we done both cut each other off. No access. No nothing. No
They
communication. What you mean?
Because they didn't communicate with you effectively and they opened
No.
the door.
And it's not that. It's just the whole point of where we at. But for me, let me. All right. Let me tell you the difference between me and a lot of people, right? For me, if me and you fall out, or me and any one of my partners fall out, my family fall out, right? I'm not talking about our fallout. If someone come to me and ask me like, yo, when last time you talked to John? Oh yeah, I just talked to John yesterday. He good. So therefore, that's why I say it's a difference between me. For me, I'm okay with falling out. It's life.
Okay, no. I get that. Let me put this down because I don't want to cut you. Here. I get that. So, that's another thing when it comes to, let's say, like, it's a disagreement.
Right.
And I have, I popped off before. Said some things, did some things. Then God, I got to say, yo, God gonna deal with me.
Right.
I can move off emotions, which I'm learning,
Right.
growing. Still happens. But, it's times, and I know I'm gonna speak for myself in my life where I have made some decisions based off my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I ain't even like, before I say anything wrong, I try to I get quiet,
Right.
fall back before I speak out of anger. I try. Not successful all the time, but I try.
Right.
So, has it ever been a point in your life where you know
Mm-hmm.
that you did something like, you know what? I was wrong. In your point in your life, how would you handle a situation like that? You knew, like, you know what? Would you take the initiative, say, you know what? I apologize. I was wrong. Or are you going to stand on your gun like, you know what? It is what it is. How do you feel about saying, taking accountability, knowing you're wrong, and then taking an approach like, you know what? I'm wrong. Apologizing.
Mm.
How would you handle it? Or would you just like, you know what? It's just another loss. At this point in your life now,
My point.
growing.
Right.
Because I'm gonna give you an example about me. I could be stubborn, and I know me. It's times where I went years. I'm like, well, I wasn't
Right.
born with you. God gave me everything I need.
Right.
But then God, me growing spiritually, God started convicting me. And he had me to the point where recently I had to call her, listen, I know my actions may not have been acceptable to you. I want to apologize for any discomfort I caused in your life.
Right.
And it wasn't for them, it was for
Right.
me, because God told me to do it. So right now, not saying you ever did, not saying you're wrong, but it's going to be times and tests where you may have to say, you know what, I'm wrong. How you feel about that? How would you handle that? You got to push pride to the side, because God going to test you. So how would you handle that?
I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it. Like if it come to the point to where like, yo, like I'm actually wrong, I actually like I'm 1,000% wrong, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it. Cause at the end of the day, like, yo,
You going to push your pride to the side.
I do that. I've done that so much that people don't even understand when I didn't even have to.
But it took time. Because pride's a mug. I'm
Nah,
saying right
it
now.
ain't- No, I'm not gonna lie to you. It didn't take time. It was just the whole point that I was like, I grew up, so it hit me in the back of the head like, bro, you have to do that. Like that's what a lot of people don't even understand. That's what a lot of people don't even go through. They don't get the hit in the back of the head like, bro, you gotta do this.
I mean, that's conviction.
But not from your dog, not from your,
Yeah.
not from. It's the whole point of like life hitting you, telling you like, yo,
So
wake up, bro. Like,
would have an apology. Like, have you ever looked like, man, I ain't doing that. That's gonna. I may look. They may say I look weak, or they may call me a.
I don't worry about.
A kitten or something.
I've never worried about looking weak or looking bad to anyone because at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing, and who I'm doing it for.
So how long it took you to get that?
My daughter and my.
Was you always like that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Before I had a child, I didn't care what anybody felt. I didn't care what anyone said about Earl, how you felt about Earl. And one thing about it, let me tell you this. I always wanted to be the good guy. I never wanted anyone to be mad at me. None of that. Like I never wanted to do anybody wrong. Like, and that's a fact. Like I'm being real. Like I'm being real. I never wanted anyone to feel like I'd done them wrong or whatever before I had a child. After I had my child, I really backed up from doing a whole lot of.
Well, you say you never wanted somebody to be mad at you, but like realistically,
That's
yeah.
That's
but
life.
then too, you don't got to do nothing for a person to be mad at you. You can just be the person God created. They did it to God.
That's
I mean, you
100.
can just wear mismatched clothes and everybody else.
But
It's just who you are, and
But
you can't
But-
control it.
So this is what I'm saying. My circle that I'm not gonna lie, that I was rocking with at one point in time, I knew that they never felt no type of way, men or women. Like the females that was in my circle, well, that in the circle that I was in, and the males that was in the circle that I was in, like it never was no whole point of we was worrying or jealous about anybody. Like we was whole, like we was together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's common. Then like we grow up to. Sometimes I ain't gonna say your circle, whatever. Sometimes I mean I had to move people that was like, I ain't gonna say I don't love them no more, but we just going in different directions.
Facts.
And we didn't no longer sit at the same table because
Right.
either I had a different table, they had a different table, or it was enough chairs.
Right.
But what I
You
learned
can't
is
say it with enough chairs because if you rock with them, you gonna make sure there's enough chairs. For me, listen, but
Right.
but listen what I'm saying. I had to learn that though, because it was, like it was at a point in time like.
I agree with you coming from, but sometimes the table full. Sometimes like You're not.
My-
I would say I'm not the most punctual person. I'm not on time. So if I come up, get hold.
My thing was.
Hold.
My thing was when, for me, I was gonna make a chair for anybody that was in my crew.
But what if God wants you to sit alone in this?
I'm with that. But so listen. What I'm trying to tell you is, it was a point in time in my life to where no matter what went on, no matter what happened, I made a chair for guys with me.
I get that. And that's the season. That's the season.
I still don't.
But then too, like, let's say, yo, we have Sunday 8 o'clock. You might not show up at 10 o'clock.
Right.
You know? So table full, I didn't see you don't mind sitting at an empty table. But guess what? It's more chance for somebody else.
I done listen, you absolutely right. Like I done seen it. I done went through it. I done been a part of the whole point of when someone else in my group, in my circle, I'm gonna say my circle, that asked me to be there and I didn't wake up or I didn't get there. So I can't really just point the finger when I done the same thing one point in time they done. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't pull out your credit card for that one.
no, I ain't gonna put my credit card on for that because it was like, and we all mess up.
I agree.
We all mess up. You know what I'm saying? But
a lot of people, that takes a lot to say, you know, we all mess up. Because a lot of people don't count for that.
We all mess up. Accountability to 100. But now, a lot of people don't take accountability for what they got going on. But for me.
So accountability, let's talk about that. So that's what, from 1 to 10, how does accountability, how do you handle that? What does it mean to you? How do you display that? And how do you require it in your life, like, when it comes to accountability?
I'm going to say this. I stand on it now because of where I've come from, like where I transitioned from, like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at right now. I take accountability for a lot of stuff that I have done or I went through or whatever I gotta do. Like, you know what I'm saying, I take accountability. I don't need nobody, and like I don't need no one to take accountability for what they do, because no, this is what I'm saying. No one has to take accountability in a situation with me.
Okay.
You feel me? Because if I feel like I didn't do nothing wrong, or if our situation was just here.
But what if it's here? What are your requirements? I can say this: accountability is needed. Some people don't accept it, and it's a lifesaver because also with your relationships, I don't care if it's a supervisor, a friend, a cousin, brother, mother, whatever. But what I learned, you require a different type of standard for a person that's like right here. You got to be held accountable. If you my brother, and I see you like, yo, I know you out here drinking, driving, 3 days out the week. Yo, I mean, swamp.
Right.
Like, yo, you gotta hold yourself. Hey, first you gotta acknowledge it, admit it, correct it, and you gotta take accountability. You're not gonna sit here and say, yo, oh, this is my brother, he always do that. You're gonna make him account for that. If a person wrong you and not like being your friend, it's a different type of. You gotta have a whole lot of Jesus.
So
but it's a different type of level because I learned, and it's not for like, yo, I'm trying to check you, whatever, it's to make you better. Because if I don't see what I'm doing, I don't hold myself accountable. Like, yo, dog, I'm wrong. Let me account for my actions. That defines you, makes you a better person. It's a lifesaver, and also it'll take you a long way in life.
So let me ask you a question though. So what if like the like, you know what I'm saying? Just say like you my dog. So me and you get into it, right? And I feel like you didn't take accountability for what you did, right? and I tell you like, oh, well, you don't take accountability, like, you know what I'm saying, we done, boom, boom. Let's just, well, I not saying I had to
I
tell
get what
you it.
yeah.
I don't have to tell you we done, but just the whole point of the way I'm moving, the way you moving, you know we done, right? And then let's just say like someone else comes into your life that's going to push that person away because they're coming in and they're being a good person. That's what I had.
Well,
I had people that left out. I had people that left out my life. And then I had people that came in on some, whew, like.
So I get that. It depends what type of, when growth comes, nobody can never replace, like, it's like, nobody can never replace, let's just say it, a mom, your mom, your dad. You know what I'm saying? It depends on that person. Like, if you, I'm going to say my friends, whatever, because I handle them on a different level. If that person in my life, like you said, I wrong, I got to take accountability for something I did.
Right.
I'm going to think about it. I'm like, yo, I'm going to look at me first, check me. At first, I may be like, you know what? Learning. And I was like, you know, sometimes we quick to do this. And, you know, I learned you can't do that because I got to evaluate the situation. From one, how do I value this person? How do I rock with this person? How do I love this person? Like, it matters. Like, if you was some random, let's just say, 50-cent soda, there's plenty of them.
Right.
But if it's some water I got from the Himalayas, like, nah, like, that's valuable to me. So it depends on, you know, how I value that person. I'm like, you know what? I'm wrong. And it's been times where I had to say, yo, I made the decision and I wronged you, or please forgive me. I'm not willing to risk my dog, my homegirl, for an emotional decision.
Right. So
I'm not willing to risk that. So I had to say, yo, once I come to that person, like, yo, I apologize. I did this wrong. I respect you enough, like, yo, I can't be displaying that type of action because one is wrong. Now after that, it's up to them what they do, and that's something I had to learn. Like, I may lose this contract based off how I moved, or
so
basically.
So that's what I'm asking. Are you okay with losing a person that you had a situation with, like you got into it with, for someone that's going?
No.
What?
A new person? How we coming? I mean, what type of? Give me an example.
You
talking about? Am I willing to lose my A1 day one?
No. I'm just talking about like somebody, like for me.
If God removed him out of my life because we grew apart, or we going in different directions.
Whatever. Like,
well, it depends. Now, if it's like,
I done been through that now.
Now, I'm just saying, I have. Listen now, if it's my, I thought you was talking about.
I have somebody right now in my life, right? A guy that wants the best for me and my child, no matter what. That stay on my behind, locked in.
Okay.
So therefore, why would I not look at him when he constantly on me telling me?
What you mean? Look at him how? What are you saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so what I'm saying is, right? Let's just say I had a falling out with somebody.
Your A1 day one that stays on you.
I ain't gonna say A1 day one. I'm saying I had a falling out with somebody, right?
Okay,
that's in my camp.
That's y'all tight.
We tight.
Years in.
But we
loyal.
But we had a falling out.
Okay.
It's no peep. Listen, for me,
okay.
I'm not looking at you as an enemy.
All right, y'all in disagreement.
I'm looking at you like, yo, bro, we both are not 30, about to be in our 40s, bro. Like, we had a disagreement. It is what it is. Like, bro, ain't no love lost. We see each other. It is what it is. We don't want to kill each other. But then someone comes in to my life that wants
a new homie
that's showing me that, yo, bro, this is what I want. I'm trying to give you a path for you to
So
Solid.
somebody came in your life and say, yo, he's trying to introduce you, or he's introduced to this path. Say, hey, yo, try this out. Like somebody you just met. Let's say God placed me in your life for a reason.
And word.
So
At what's house?
So, all right, they show you this path. Y'all cool, y'all kicking it. So, what's up with this? The guy that y'all had to fall out with.
Oh, it's still.
Y'all still cool?
No. We not cool no more. But it's no beef. It's no and I'm gonna say on my part.
You love him from distance.
Yeah.
Would
forever.
you? Okay, right then and there. So y'all don't talk no more.
No.
So what does that person mean to you? Like,
Family.
you don't care if you
Family.
never talk to them again?
Family. I don't care, but I never talk to them again. But it's family.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'm being a boy.
So, you don't, it's family. We all have family. We don't, so you don't call him.
We don't talk to each other.
I asked you a question. You don't call him. It's nothing you want to talk to him about?
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
So you just, it don't matter.
But
See you in heaven or hell.
No, we still family. I want the best. I want the best for you.
I get that. So,
Right.
Well, you already said communication ain't important. It's a known thing. It's just what it is. You ain't never say, yo, how you doing today? I'm praying for you.
Hell no.
Why?
I'm not gonna do that.
Why?
Because the new guy that's
We ain't talking about the new guy.
Oh,
We
the
get
new-
that. We
that's
get
the
the new guy.
that's the
We get
person.
that. But you never think about that person?
no.
You,
I'm
do
keeping
you pray
the
for
buck.
the person? Let's be real.
No, I don't. No, matter of fact, to keep it real, I do, but I don't a lot.
But you have lift one up here and there for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, like for me, I'm not one of them people to say like, yo, if someone asks me like, yo, when the next time we talk to John, and I say, oh, we don't talk, I'm gonna say, yo, I just talked to him the other day because that's Earl. That's what I'm on.
Why would you say that?
Because why do people have to be in while we don't talk?
I mean, it's a common. I don't know. Everybody's different. You may not inquire. Maybe they see like, yo, let's just say I seen,
Right.
yo,
If someone comes to me
you
and
may see him
tell,
struggle.
if
Like,
someone comes to me and tell me like, yo,
he going through it.
what do you need? What do you need?
What if he just need a hug, or prayer, or like, what if he just want to talk to you? Would you be like, yo, I'm just checking on you?
Hold on, what you mean?
So you said, let's just say somebody asked why y'all talk, right?
No, you said why we don't talk. No.
Yeah, let's just say somebody
yeah.
say, hey, you might want to check on Paul. He ain't doing so good.
Right.
He going through some
I'm gonna
stuff.
reach out.
So you gonna take that?
I'm gonna
Okay,
reach
well,
out.
I respect that.
I'm gonna reach out. And then
Off of the love you have for him.
the love I have for him. But at the end of the day, after you tell me what you're going through, I'm going back to the basics. Bro, you done me.
I mean,
at the end of the day,
I get
like,
that
I'm
because
being respectful, but I'm being real. Like, I'm a grown man that to where, like, yo, at the end of the day, the way I feel, that person may not feel. But for me, I stand on business with it because of God, bro. Like, I just got it. Man, listen.
all right.
Yeah.
So, where you at right now?
Right.
The older girl, Earl, excuse me. I call you girl. The older Earl
Right.
and God.
Right.
So, how God has moved in your life, how you're growing in your life from
Right.
where you used to be.
Right.
How can you, when you start growing, things start changing. I can only speak for myself with God. You start doing certain things differently. You lose a taste for things. How has that impacted your relationship between you and your guys or your circle, whatever you want to call it? Have you ever been like, they're like, hey, yo, you different. Why you ain't doing this? When you start doing that, God, now you talking about God. Have you ever experienced any of that? Do your life look different with your friends when they see how you're growing spiritually, with how God's moving in your life? Like, talk about that. Prayer, whatever else. Like,
I definitely have like 3 homeboys that really know about me going through, like, I ain't gonna say going through it,
growing.
but we can say growing spiritually. We can say the whole point of me fasting. We can say the whole point of it. Like, yo, at one point in time, like, all 3 of them was, I ain't gonna say they laugh, but they just like, what? You doing what? Like, you not doing what? Because they used to the Earl, like, yo, if I'm off on the weekend, they off on the weekend, we turning up. Till we get to the point to now of like, they calling me, I'm like, what's up? You off this weekend? Yeah. Or you drinking? Nah. Why? Bro, I'm fasting. What? Man, what you on? Bro, I'm fasting. Why are you doing that? Man, don't even worry about it. At one point in time, that's what I was on. Like, bro, don't even worry about it. I said, don't even worry about it, right? Then it got to the point to me going through the fast with them saying that and me being around like 2 out of 3 of them and they drinking to where it got to the point to later on when I started fasting some more, it was like, yo, when you going back to church? When you come to get me or you invite me, whatever, like, what your fast is. You know what I'm saying? So I seen the whole point of the growth on, for me, like, you know what I'm saying? One of the guys from West House that, you know what I'm saying, really got me started with it to where I seen all 3 of the guys, like I just said, 3 of my homeboys that went from, well, you fasting? You ain't drinking? You ain't eating? You love chicken wings. You love chips. Like, you ain't doing that. Like, why are you doing that? And I'm really not explaining it because, you know, so I'm like, man, I'm not about to explain my fast. You know what I'm saying? But later on, I'm just telling them about my fast. That after my fast, I'm telling them, like, yo, I just had a fast, bro. And this the growth that came with it. That came from it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, the next time I done the fast or whatever, it was like, yo, when you gonna put me on? When you? So I seen it like, oh shoot, like, you know what I mean? They grew. They actually grew. I can say my partners grew with it. Like, oh shoot, like.
I you know, that's the greatest part. Like with the growth of God, like from you growing spiritually, you shining your light, it helps others, and that's how you move in life, and that's what God wants. Right, you doing this, displaying, you representing, it's a representation of Christ.
Right.
You was able to like encourage someone else or like, darn, that's my boy, he doing it, you know.
Right.
I'm sacrificing, you know, things that I love just to hear from God for forgiveness or not always for something, just to show God like, yo, God, I love you, I'm gonna sacrifice, you know, some things I know I like to have.
Right.
And that's about, you know, moving and growing and showing and leading. All of us are leaders, believe it or not. You can be leading somebody the bad way or the right way. But like growing in Christ, I learned that when you shine your light, you're going to reveal all different type of darkness. And that's things around you. That's the people, that's the places. And if you impact one person, you did your job.
Oh yeah.
So the fasting part and the prayer, and that's like the spiritual growth when it changes things.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the 3 guys that I'm talking about, man, like they actually said that, like, man, why you don't tell us when you going to church, when you fasting, all that type of stuff. Like, so I was like, oh shoot, like, you know what I mean? I even have homegirls that I communicate with that actually say that, like, yo, like, you going to church? I'm like, yeah. That made them get back in the church. So it made me feel good to where, like,
it's the impact
that
like, you have on others. And
right. And then it's like, yo, man, I have females I have friends. I'm saying that friends, like, respectfully, that be asking me on a Sunday, like, yo, you ain't text me and told me that you prayed for me and my family. Because that's what I do. Like, if I go to church, I pray for everybody in my circle,
Right.
my camp, that I know, that I communicate with. So it make me feel good when someone hit me and be like, yo, you didn't tell me that. And I'll be like, oh, my bad. I didn't make it to church today, but I still prayed because I'm on my Bible app. You know what I'm saying? I got this other stuff going on my phone with the Bible. So therefore, I'll be like, yo, I didn't go to church, but this is what I did, though. You know what I'm saying? I still pray for you. I still pray for your family. My bad for me not reaching out, telling you, because me going to church and then walking out of church, now I'm telling everybody that I really prayed for, like, yo, I prayed for you. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, though. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel good. It made me continue to go to church and want to go to church, because it's like, yo, I'm not saying they looking for me to pray for them and their family, but it's the whole point for them to tell me, like, yo, oh, you didn't text me and tell me you did that. That made me feel good, because they look forward for that. Like, so that's big for me, man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. That's big for me. Like, because I know, and I ain't gonna say I came from some wild shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Prayer,
It's just the whole point.
it don't matter. Like, some people don't know how to. I mean, I have been hit with a question like, how you pray? I don't know how to pray. But I know when you pray, you just like you talking to your homeboy, your mom, or whatever else.
Man, I mean, my cousin told his mama that just passed away. My aunt passed away, you know what I'm saying, sometime. And that what he said, like, yo, like, how do I pray? She told him, just have an honest conversation with God.
Yeah. But I think society has put like a label on that, like, you got to pray this way and that way. But when you get your relationship with God, it's like, it's you and his. That's your relationship. It's nobody else's. But I got one more question before we have part 2. Right? Have you ever been in a situation where you had to pray for someone like you just don't agree with? Like, someone, like, let's say someone who's, you can tell that they're hurt, they suffering, they got they maybe envying you or something like that. Just everywhere they go, they got a bad spirit. And it's like, how do you deal with that type of person? Because I know I have been in a situation where, like you say, pray for your enemies. Pray for your enemies.
Just to be real with you, man, like,
I ain't gonna say enemies, but everybody's not an enemy. Some people are just confused and lost, and they're once where I used to be. Maybe not have known who God is, the power of prayer, or just like surrendering. So how do you handle the situations like, you know, some of them be like, you know, I need you. And I got to the point too where I'm like, yo, you're gonna have to learn, no shade or nothing, like, I'm gonna show you how to pray so you can pray for yourself. Nobody can get them prayers out fast sometimes because than you. And if you don't know what to pray, just say, you know, Jesus. But I have been in a situation where it's like, yo, I cannot take that, you know, that female or that guy or that animal. But I'm like, you know, God, let me pray for him, because that was the best thing I could do. I never was a hater. I don't wish bad on nobody, but one thing I did learn, like, you got to really pray for people who you don't see eye to eye with. So how you handle that? Every day you know this person is...
I'm being totally honest with you. I don't dislike anyone.
I dislike. You don't gotta dislike.
That's what I'm saying. So therefore, for me, right? I pray for everybody, friends, family, associates, even people that dislike me. And I always say, because Lord, I don't dislike nobody. I promise you.
And
this is my prayer. I have no hate or no dislove or discomfort to anyone. So if anyone feel any way about Earl, I don't understand why, because I love you. Like, I'm being real. Like, I'm not sitting here saying this because me and you talking. I'm being real. Like, no one can sit here from Columbia to Camden to something to Remrick can ever say Earl got any hatred towards them. I have never shown giving nothing towards anyone from anywhere I just named. I do not dislike or hate anyone. So therefore, for me, when I pray for my friends and family, and I say, Lord, even the ones that dislike me, pray for them, I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
But you know, I learned too, like, everybody define love and hate, or, you know, you don't like me, because a lot of times people deal with self issues and they spill that over on you. But like recently I seen like growing spiritually, like I asked God to prepare me for what's to come, because there was incidents where someone let's just say murdered their sister.
Right.
In a situation like that, you know, praying, you know, you hurt, you mad. I mean, I'm be honest, I'm be upset, be mad, somebody.
Right.
And it's like, I look at things like that. Someone who took someone's child, or, you know, abused their mother, or inappropriate things to a child, like growing spiritually is like, you still gotta pray for them, but how you handle it? How you go from that? And to be honest, you gotta be real with God, like, God, listen, you have to help me do this. Like a situation like that, you know, forgiving a person. Like forgiveness, you can say it, but it takes time. Because I can say I can forgive you, but I don't mean it. Like if I sit here and cause, goddamn, the Vikings to lose the next 5 years, like they don't win no games, you know. And then I just did it, you know. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, you forgive me? Like Vikings are like trash. You know, I'm talking big trash about your team, you know. Or
in my mind, you probably a Cowboy fan, so I don't care. I'm just saying, if you would wish that on my team, you probably a Cowboy fan. So I listen.
What's wrong with the Cowboys? Wait. What's wrong with the Cowboys?
I don't. I mean,
You love everybody.
You're right.
Go Cowboys. Let's say it with me. Go Cowboys.
You go Vikings.
Why you can't say go Cowboys? You love everybody.
Go Vikings.
Can we say it one time for the Cowboys?
Go Vikings.
I can say go Vikings.
Nah.
You just say you love everybody.
Don't even worry about it.
So you capping.
I ain't cap. Never cap.
You love everybody? Even the Cowboys?
I don't dislike nobody.
You got around a question.
I don't dislike nobody.
You
Tony Hill, my guy.
You love the Cowboys?
Tony Hill, my guy.
You love the Cowboys?
Tony Hill is my guy.
That was a question.
And he's a.
He said he loved everybody. So
Tony
you can't
Hill is my guy.
You know what? We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap this up, but
You know,
we're gonna the world see you captain.
never.
You can't say you love the Cowboys.
Never would do that. I'm a Viking fan. I'm a Laker fan.
You love everybody, though.
You're right. I'm not doing it.
You got that right.
I'm not doing it.
Never.
Never.
So you contradicted. So we gonna close this out, but you captain. You could have said it one time. So you can get it off your chest the next time.
Red Cup, get it off your chest.
Peace. That's about an hour.
How long it is?
58 minutes. You gotta cut it out.